Even after killing Snoke and taking the mantle of Supreme Leader, Kylo Ren still struggles with forging his own path in the shadow of his family's legacy. Kylo's quest to kill the past led him to Darth Vader's former home, where the young tyrant met the erstwhile aide of the Dark Lord, a man by the name of Vader. After harrowing excursions on Tatooine, Naboo, and Corellia, Ren eventually once again found his way back to Mustafar to Vader's castle, where he confronted frightening visions of his past. Making his way through the twisted crucible, Kylo killed Vader and is now on his way to the darkest depths of the mysterious fortress. What is this place? Kylo asks himself as he walks through an unfamiliar landscape. This place is true. Someone behind him replies. Ren turns to see a dark figure wearing black armor and breathing deeply. His grandfather. Darth Vader stares at the young man. What you experience here is free of outside influence. The only voices you will hear are those you bring with you. Vader turns and begins to leave. This will mean nothing to you now. It may mean everything later. Kylo calls out after Vader and chases after him, declaring that he was promised power. At this, Vader simply taunts Ren. You desire power, Kylo Ren, that is true, but you were promised nothing. No one gives power away. Once it is acquired, it is kept. Do you see? Power must be taken. Kylo finds himself on his knees as he looks down at his reflection on a red, glassy surface. Suddenly, a massive, gloved hand reaches down and lifts Ren into the air. The now unbelievably huge body of Vader toys with his nephew as Kylo ignites the red blade and slashes it into Vader's armor, who releases Kylo, and the Supreme Leader falls to the ground, where the now normal-sized figure of the Sith Lord meets him once again, this time with his own weapon outstretched. Kylo Ren questions why Vader is doing this. Because this is what you wanted, Kylo Ren, Vader's voice booms. What you came here to understand. You have pursued this end, chosen it at every opportunity. The two red sabers clash as Vader demands that Ren pay attention. I am not your student, Kylo insists. I am your equal. Vader scoffs at this. I am without equal. Vader force chokes Kylo into the air, which causes his weapon to fall to the ground. Your grandfather's greatest power was truth, the Sith continues. He was strongest when he saw past the lies from those attempting to control him or use him. His owners, his masters, when he eluded their machinations and made the choice only he could make, the true choice. When he joined the Jedi, when he defied them to marry Padme Amidala, when he avenged his mother, when he destroyed Palpatine, when he saw himself as he truly was. Vader lifts the black helmet from his head, revealing not the face of Anakin Skywalker, but of Ben Solo. Having now been released from the chokehold, Ren looks on at this vision of his past self. Darth Vader is dead in every sense, Ben Solo declares. There's nothing left in this haunted castle for you to kill or take. But there may be something for you to learn. This is the past you're trying to kill. Ben motions to himself. You're looking at it. Enough. Kylo Ren shouts and leaps into the air towards Ben, once again igniting his lightsaber, only for Ben to ignite his own blue-bladed weapon as the two do battle. Ben Solo speaks what he calls hard truths to Ren, saying that he destroyed the relationships with everyone he called family and also destroyed every connection in his life. Brought destruction, chaos, and death to everyone he's met since. At least Vader had reasons for the things he did, Ben says. You're just an explosion. The two lightsabers continue to light up the surrounding area in bright flashes of blue and crimson. You're so scared, Ben continues. Scared of moving forward. Scared you have no future because of how thoroughly you've ruined everything you've ever done. That's why you're obsessed with your past. That's why you want to kill it. Ren lets out a scream and attempts to deliver a final blow to his vision, but Ben stops the burning blade with his bare hand and declares, You can't kill your past. Ren looks on. You're just a phantom, as dead as all the others. He puts his lightsaber away as he says he will not waste any more time fighting ghosts. The vision of Ben Solo turns to leave. You want a real enemy? You'll find one. But I'll tell you something, Kylo Ren. Be careful what you wish for. Ben Solo snaps his fingers, and just like that, Kylo Ren is thrust out of his vision and back into the land of the living. Ben Solo pauses in his steps for a moment before his spirit vanishes. This takes place in the final issue of the Legacy of Vader comic series, which takes place after The Last Jedi and before the Rise of Skywalker, and it's an interesting look into the mind of Kylo Ren at this point in time, and it's of course always great to see Vader. Even though it wasn't actually him, it's cool to briefly witness a dream match of sorts between he and Kylo Ren. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for the continued support, and of course, as always, may the Force be with you.